Nostalgia. I'm pretty sure all of you have heard that word at least any time in your life. Nostalgia basically refers to a melancholic feeling felt by most, where they want to relive some memory, but they can't. At least not again. And today, we're going to be looking at some YouTube videos that perfectly represent nostalgia. And specifically, we will be looking at Angry Birds videos. So, let's get started. So yes, I will be dividing this up into categories. So, this is the first category. Trailers basically mean that it's like officially released by Rovio. But they're still nostalgic, so they count. And yeah, there's basically just advertising for the Angry Birds games basically. And well, most of these are over 10 years old, so this will be fun. So, the first example up is example 1. Original Angry Birds trailer. This Angry Birds trailer was really good because it really gives you a sense of how pissed off these birds are that these pigs took their damn eggs. And to be honest, I'll be pissed off, man. I was just trying to have breakfast over here. Come on. Anyways, he's moving on. So, let's review over it. It starts off all happily, with the birds nuzzling their eggs. But then, an unfortunate fly lands on them. And, well, the following scenes play. And that's a lesson learned. Protect your eggs and stop freaking abusing flies. Anyways, so yeah, the pigs took their eggs and now they're really pissed. Like really pissed. In fact, I'm not even gonna explain this part, cause I'm pretty sure this explains itself. This freaking ad is wild and I love it. Yeah, so don't take birds' eggs and you'll be brutally blown up. Anyways, yeah, so that was the first trailer. Pretty good, to be honest. I mean, it still holds up even after all this time. I could definitely sit through this advertisement. And also I like the fact that this advertisement uses a new art style. That's interesting. And the next one we'll be looking at also use a different one. So, that's cool. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Example 2. The Angry Birds Rio trailer. Now, Rio was one of my favorite entries, and to be honest, this advertisement is just as good. And this is the one that has the different art style. Yay, that's always good. So that way they don't use like in-game sprites or anything. Anyways, it's time to review over it. In all regards, it has a somewhat similar layout to the first one, so maybe I'll repeat some things. So, just like the first one, it starts off all happy with the birds actually humming the Angry Birds theme. But it's interrupted by some wacky people. They decide to just freaking lock them up in the cage. Actually, no, they lock them up in 3 cages, not even 1. Make sure to keep them in there. Here, you have a look for yourself. So yeah, basically the birds are taken to the city of Rio in Brazil. They're captured by this little mischievous fella right here. Anyways, so after they're taken to Rio, they're all locked up, and their worst nightmares are seen. And that's the entire ad. So, yeah, as you just previously saw, after they're taken, they're really, really pissed off. I'm not sure if they're more pissed off in this one or the first one. Probably this one though, because they got captured for money. Anyways, after they break out, they see a huge chasm of caged up birds. And, well, being birds themselves, they're obviously terrified. And then the mischievous fella right here, he comes back and has the audacity to laugh in their face, which causes them to get very angry, and we don't know what happens next. All we can assume is that based on the first one, probably a nuclear explosion. So, yeah. That's cool. Anyways, jokes aside, this ad is pretty good. It really shows like, this ad is pretty good. But it shows you what the premise is gonna be. You gotta save some birds here. Oh, it's a different premise instead of defeating the pigs. In fact, the pigs aren't really featured here at all. Probably because it's based on the movie. So it's a nice spin on the original. Just like the original, it holds up. The art's pretty good, and the birds are extremely expressive, especially because their eyes literally change multiple times during this. There's like the normal eyes and the crazed eyes. Overall though, very good ad, makes me want to buy it. And the third and final advertisement that we will be looking at for this video is Angry Birds Space trailer. Angry Birds Space was one of my favorite entries. It came out in 2012 and everything, and, well, I was gonna do Angry Birds Seasons, but to be honest, I can't really do that because, it's seasonal and everything. So, I'm gonna have to do this instead. And, well, as for the art style, yes, it's new for the time, but then it becomes regular later on. But do you know what? I think the first one to use this type of art style. So, I'll give it that. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's start. So, it starts off like the previous two. The birds are just happily waiting around their eggs, defending them from any possible porkers. But then this little day is interrupted by a portal opening up. This portal looks like it's home to a new type of bird. I just call him Icebird. I'm pretty sure that's his name anyway. So yeah, he crash lands into the land, and they go check him out. And chaos ensues. I don't know how things escalate so fast in every single one of these. I don't know. Alright? I don't make these. And in a typical fashion, they get pissed off and decide to go into the portal, where they unlock their inner cosplays.
And that's it. You know, this ad is really cool. I can see why so many people watch it over and over again. This really sets the mood for what's gonna happen. And what's even cooler is that they made entirely new space version designs of the birds. I have to say, all of them look pretty cool, especially the way that they're presented in this ad. And it also marks the addition of Icebird. I'm not sure if we'll ever see him again anytime soon, but I guess he's cool. Yeah, I guess that's basically all I have to say for this one. Not that this one's bad or anything, it's just that a lot of the things that I've said before, I'm gonna say now. So,